Okay, so two things. One is that is getting changed out for that. So I'm doing that today. The engine's hot, so everything's we'll see how, you gotta be careful and all that, but engine's hot, which isn't great, but I'm hoping I can slide the fan in on the second half here, with leaving the lower half intact, because that way the fan stays located at the bottom, and I'm just gonna have to make some sort of a bracket up top. Or I can even maybe bury the fan in the top shroud there. We'll see how that goes. If not, then I gotta drain the rad, pull the rad out, do whatever I got to do under there, and then install the fans. The other issue is I seem to have misplaced my GoPro, and I'm doing this on the iPhone, so bear with me. I'm hoping this will work. If not, well, then eventually you'll see the finished product, but not the how-to part of it. So stay tuned. We'll come back here once I get some progress done. So it won't fit with that shroud. So I'm draining the coolant here. I'm gonna have to pull that rod out of there and get the bottom shroud out, and then figure out a way to mount that on the bottom and as well on the top, which shouldn't be too much here. In the meantime, I'm gonna get that fan off and play her out that way. Okay, progress update. The rad is in. Made this, fabricated up this bracket here to hold that in. That's pretty much it. Got the original factory rubbers down here for the rad to sit on. It's in there nice and solid now. Now it's just a matter of putting the electric fans in here and see what happens. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so here's the finished product. So the fans are in. Now I hold the radiator on. This here bracket, I just hammered this out from a piece of square steel. It's 90-degree self-tapping screws in there, self-drilling, self-tapping screws. At the bottom, I don't know whether you can see that. aluminum angle. Just bolted that to the base of the rad support, and that's holding the bottom of the fan on. I tried numerous ways of trying to get the fan and the fan mounted to the radiator, but nothing I could come up with in the time I had seemed to be doing the trick. So I use what comes best, and that is 2 tie straps, 3 tie straps. So it's on there solid. It's not going to go anywhere. I don't like the look of that. So, and that's not quite as nice as I'd like to see it. So I made up a little cover. You can see that. And that is made up of one of these deals that I got. I was looking around for different sheet steel or aluminum plate, and I didn't really have anything or couldn't find anything that would work. And I thought, well, what the hell? I got a lot of these things kicking around, and so I fabbed that up. I had a little metal brake. This is all after the fact, but I have the metal brake right there, and just bent it up. Then polished it with, I didn't polish it, but gave it a finish with Scotch-Brite. Just roughed it up, cleaned it up. You get the fingerprints and whatever kind of scratch marks you get. It's fairly easy to scratch. And then I covered it with, put a coating of like WD-40 on there and scratched it and used that Scotch-Brite on there too, just to get a better finish. So this goes here as such, and let's get that bolted on. Okay, so we'll get this on here, and this one. There, and that just covers up the mess I made. So it's all wired through the relay, as I did in my past video. The only issue I have right now, it's not really an issue, it's more of an inconvenience, or whatever you want to look at it, is I couldn't find a proper, the time I had, I couldn't find a proper ignition on 12-volt source, so I just wired it direct to the battery. And then I have a switch right here. So this on, off, and I have it in the up position for off, just in case, because when I'm leaving the vehicle, if I hit it with my leg, I'll turn it off, as opposed to, if it was the other way around, I would be turning it on. So on, off. Did it make a difference? Well, I would be cruising at 200 with the AC on, 200, 210, and with a mechanical fan, and with this electric setup, I turn that on and I'm down to 180, 190, and on the highway, without a fan on, I would be doing the same, about 205, 210, and turn the fan on and it kicks it down to about 180. So actually it came in pretty good. So I'm happy with the results on that. So that's it. That's the finished product. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit subscribe. If you didn't, hit subscribe. There'll be more boring stuff coming this way, more projects, and we'll take it from there. So thanks for watching.